I do not believe in consolidation. You would be making the city of Fairbanks a road service area. Well, there's over 100 road service areas now out in the country, and they're not working too well. So can you imagine a city with the population Fairbanks has and making it a road service? It just doesn't make any sense. Also, then you would have to have an administrator over that whole thing that would probably cost you more than what your mayor and your city council already does. It's been voted on, the people don't want it. So, you know, I'm not one of these keep voting until they finally get their way. It's just not something that I think the community needs. And I am, as Mr. Swanson said, I honestly do not believe bigger government makes a better government. I think it's nice that those in the city can go down to the city council and be able to, and also in the city of North Pole, and have directly people who are just involved with them to take care of their problems. And the borough right now has enough trouble trying to take care of those who live way out in Salsha and Esther. I can't imagine them trying to take care of the city of Fairbanks and North Pole.
Okay, Kelly.
I think there is a public perception that there is duplicity between the two, the borough and the city, and I'm not sure that that is the case. There have been a couple of proposals in our community over the years, one just a few years ago, and that proposal didn't reflect the duplicity. I think if there is going to be a proposal for consolidation that will work, it's going to have to require that there is an economic benefit to both the city and the borough, and that the residents do see some cost efficiencies in that consolidation.
Okay, Billie, did you start?
Yes, I did.
You started that one, okay. All right. Okay. Get behind here, you gotta help me out.
Not a problem.
Okay, Wayne, first on the next one.
Yes.
What do you feel can be done to lower utility rates in the borough?
Competition. I believe that we need to encourage additional utility companies to, such as, just as you did with the telephone service company when you had ACS and your other companies come in, GCI. I believe we can do the same thing with electricity within the borough area and have a competition between utility companies. As for water, I don't think that there's much we can do in reference to that situation, and when you're talking the efficiency of fuel costs, a lot of the fuel costs would have to be reduced in actual tax reduction in reference to fuel prices, because maybe some type of an exemption in reference to heating fuel more than what is currently being done.
Okay, Mr. Falke.
Well, that's true, competition, but diversification. We used to have MES, and they took care of the power in the town, and then we had Golden Valley, and we got rid of MES, and the Golden Valley gobbled it up. So we had competition kind of before, but it's very difficult to do. The only competition we really would have if we had another source of oil, for example, because, or gas, or maybe heat, steam. All that's what I say. Why should we wait for a gas line? Just drill a hole, and drill it deep enough. Maybe find oil, maybe find gas. But if you go deep enough, you're sure going to be some heated ground. It's just like Chino Hot Springs. So the only reason they have Chino Hot Spring has hot water because there's some cracks where groundwater filters down and it comes up as steam. But this is an old ridge, and it is pretty high, hot. So we could drill a hole and do our own steam. There's plenty of water here. So that would be competition. And the people that have coal and oil, they don't want really competition. It's a political thing more than anything else, because we could have had a gas well a long time ago. There's gas on this side and oil on this side, or Mountain Lake like on the other side. So, all over the world it's the same thing. Oil and gas on one side, for Mountain Lake, you have it on the other side. So, competition is the one to do, and don't wait for the gas line, just drill a hole, and you'll find out. I think Joe used to belly drill some hole down in the Minto area, and I never seen any results of it. I'm sure they know what is there, but we don't know. So they keep that secret. Thank you.
Okay, Tammie.
Well, it would be nice if we had a magic wand, but honestly, there's nothing that the borough itself can do. We don't have powers in this. And it's sad to say that the city sold these services, and I think that Those in the city are paying the price for that. I think they had good services at one time, and now because it went into private hands, things keep going up and up. The only thing I can suggest is that, you know, we could get people together and help them do things to their houses so they can conserve energy and learn different things, and learn things from Chena Hot Springs. I went out to their resort when they showed all the wonderful things they're doing, and they even had classes showing how you could winterize a little bit better and save those dollars, and to encourage that in the community. But as far as the borough itself, those are powers that they don't have, and personally I don't think they need.
Okay, Kelly,
Well, it is a big deal, especially today. I mean, with snowing, it's on everyone's mind, the cost of fuel, the cost of gas, and it is certainly a borough-wide issue, a statewide issue. $80 barrel oil sounds good on the revenue side, but it isn't at the pump, and immediately we do need to look at conserving. And then my husband and I were talking about what we are going to do to weatherize our house just this afternoon, and we need to look at that. But I agree with Wolfgang. I think the issue is natural gas or some alternative source of that fuel.
okay, Billie Blanchard.
Well, like I say, we have a lot of good ideas here. Competition certainly brings to mind that it makes energy in any form a little bit cheaper for people. We do need to look at conservation. We have some bright minds here in Fairbanks looking at other alternative fuel, gasification, a lot of things. And of course, the Chena Hot Springs, what they're achieving up there, they look to hope to provide that to other areas of the state and maybe to rural communities. It's those type of things that we use our education and we do the research. And then on the other hand, that everyone takes their own steps that we try to conserve. We are going to be suffering. This winter. Home heating fuel is going to be higher. The price of oil is higher than it was last year. So it behooves all of us to make the steps that we can to make sure that we conserve. And of course, and certainly working toward the gas line. That's going to be a big deal for lowering energy costs for our residents.
Okay, thank you. You're listening to the candidates for Borough Assembly Seat C. And again, if you have any questions, our telephone number 488-2216.